Argentina is back in the news for the wrong reasons, even as its oil industry's prospects look promising. It was not so much being hammered 6-1 by Spain in a late March warm-up game for the Football World Cup in Russia this summer that has most upset this proud country, rather the decision by the government to go to the International Monetary Fund (IMF) with a view to stabilizing national finances. Ministers want a high-access standby arrangement from the IMF at a time when the local currency, the peso, has slumped to record lows and interest rates have hit 40%. Argentina was meant to be a poster child for new economic rigor after calamitously reneging on its debts 17 years ago. But the country began to lose its way again post-2007 under former President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, who increased public spending and let inflation rip. The current business-friendly president, Mauricio Macri, was brought in 2 years ago on a ticket of tightening up domestic finances and rebuilding foreign investor confidence. But he now finds himself mired in a cash crisis that could well propel him out of office in next year's elections, with many Argentinians blaming the IMF for crushing living standards in 2001. Macri says he needs IMF cash to solve a temporary problem, not because of structural decline. The irony is that another Latin American debt calamity arises at a time when the oil and gas sector is gaining confidence. Higher commodity prices have clearly helped, but Argentina has got itself firmly on the radar of hydrocarbon investors. There is particular excitement around the onshore Vaca Muerta shale gas play, with about $120 billion worth of investment said to be committed to turning it into a world-class resource. Meanwhile, 5 companies, including state player YPF, put in a total of 12 offers for a recent round of licenses in the onshore Mendoza province, while Argentina is completing details for a first round of offshore licensing that includes deep water. There is also talk of a second round taking place next year amid claims of interest by major foreign investors such as China National Offshore Oil Corporation, Equinor, formerly Statoil, and Anadarko. Not everyone wants more of Argentina. Shell is bailing out of its downstream assets by selling off almost $1 billion worth of facilities, including its Buenos Aires refinery. But that move is largely motivated by internal corporate needs. And the government is winding down some of the most generous subsidies to consumers that led to some of the world's cheapest gas. This has put it into delicate talks with players such as YPF, Total and BP-controlled Pan American Energy over payments owed to them by the state. Argentina is the highest gas user in South America, and Macri is keen to unlock Vaca Muerta to support this demand, and for potential exports. But the country finds itself in competition for foreign cash with other Latin American countries, such as Mexico and Brazil. A debt dilemma may yet be avoided, but oil and gas investors need a strong and supportive government, not one forced on the defensive like the national football team was against Spain.